Brazil's new leader, Michel Temer, says he should be trusted to rebuild his country's economy. Temer has been sworn in as interim president. He got promoted on Thursday after the Senate voted to impeach Dilma Rousseff and put her on trial for breaking a budget law. Well, as the new president, Temer said in an address to the nation that he'll try to find a way to rescue Brazil from its financial crisis.
Governo, parlamento e sociedade.
The government, parliament and society, together we're going to find it. I maintain with absolute conviction that it's necessary to rescue Brazil's credibility both internally and internationally. A necessary factor is for business leaders in the industrial and service sectors, as well as workers, in reality everywhere there is production, to get enthusiastic and once again feel confident in their investments in Brazil.
Meanwhile, the suspended president, Dilma Rousseff, has called the impeachment process a coup. She left the presidential palace after the Senate's vote and returned to her hometown. She's denied any wrongdoing and says she will fight to finish her term.
I was elected president by 54 million Brazilians. It's in this condition that I speak to you now, in this decisive moment for Brazilian democracy. What's at stake isn't only my mandate, it's respect to the polls, to the will of the people and the Constitution. It's the last 13 years' conquests. In face of the Senate's decision, I want once again to clarify the facts and denounce the risks of this fraud, this coup. My government is the target of continuous sabotage. The objective is to make me unable to rule, and in this manner create the right environment for the coup.
Well, our reporter Manuela Perino joins us live from Rio de Janeiro. Manuela, Temer says his first order of business will be to put the economy back on track. Do we know how he's planning on doing that?
Yes, he also said that, it's urgent to seek the unity of Brazil and that this country urgently needs a government of national salvation. Well, he said that he will keep all the social programs created during Lula da Silva presidency and continue by Dilma Rousseff, but probably the most important appointment of his cabinet is Enrique Meirelles as new finance minister. Meirelles served as central bank president for 8 years during the government of Lula da Silva, and during that time, Brazil government gained respect of foreign investors. So now the financial market is hoping that Meirelles would be able to rebuild that credibility and revamp the foreign investment which Brazil is in desperate need of.
Manuela, Brazil has an economy in huge trouble, soaring inflation, unemployment. Will this new government really be able to make a change?
Well, many are hoping so, but the new Temer's government already received many critics. The first one is that most of Temer's cabinet's choices are old white men and that no women are present in the new government, as there are no Afro-Brazilian in a country where 51% of the population declare themselves as black or mixed race. And one of the most controversial appointed ministers is the agricultural minister, a soya buying tycoon who has deforested large tract of the Amazon rainforest and who is under investigation. Also, there are 3 of his new ministers, other ministers, are implicated in the Petrobras scandal, as is Mr. Temer. Many are also wondering how long will he stay in power, since he was recently found guilty of violating campaign finance limits. And if he will be convicted, he will be immediately removed from office. So yes, obviously, the Brazilians are hoping that with the end of the Worker Party's era and a new interim president, more finance market friendly as Temer, that that the recovery from the worst recession that this country has seen in the last 30 years will be fast. But the problem is that it's quite difficult to say at this point how long this government would actually last.
Okay, Manuela, many thanks for that. Manuela Perino there for us in Rio de Janeiro.